You are welcome to the part 2 of watermelon seed production. In part 1, we learned about what watermelon seed are, the importance of the watermelon seed, and the various steps in cultivating watermelon to get its seed. And we ended at the harvesting and processing stage. So today we are going to continue with the harvesting and processing stage in the watermelon seed production. Welcome back to my channel. Hit on the subscription button if today is your first time to join the lovely team all about agric, cultivation of vegetables and other cash crop, and also animal production. So let's get started. Harvesting and processing are the final stage in watermelon seed process, right? So identifying when the watermelon seeds are ready for harvest. Watermelon seeds are generally ready for harvest when the watermelon fruit is fully matured. To determine when the seeds are ready, you can observe the watermelon color and then the texture. When the watermelon skin is firm and the color is deep, solid green, and the seeds are likely ready for harvest. Another way to determine when the seeds are ready is to cut open a watermelon and observe the seeds. If the seeds are large and matured with a thick, tough outer coating, then they are ready to be harvested. After harvesting, you have to now separate the seeds from the watermelon using a technique. So the techniques for separating the seed from the outer fruits. Once the watermelon seeds are ready to be harvested, they must be separated from the fruits. There are few different techniques that can be used to do this. One method is to slice the watermelon open and scoop the seed out with a spoon. Another method is to cut the watermelon into two halves and squeeze the seeds out. Whichever method you choose, it is important to remove as much of the surrounding fruit matter as possible, as this can affect the quality and viability of the seeds. After separating the seeds from the watermelon, you can now remove the viable ones from the non-viable ones. Then the next stage is drying and storing of the seed. Once the seeds have been separated from the fruits, they must be dried to remove any remaining moisture. This can be done by separating the seeds out in a single layer on a clean dry surface and allowing them to air dry for a few days. Once the seeds are dry, they can be stored in an airtight container in a cool, dry place. Proper storage helps to ensure that the seeds remain viable and of good quality. Now, let us take a look at the challenges and the considerations in watermelon seed production. There are a number of challenges and considerations that can impact the success of watermelon seed production. Pests and disease that can impact seed production. Pests and disease can be significant challenge in watermelon seed production. Insect pests such as the aphids, the thrips, and cucumber beetle can damage the watermelon plant and reduce the quality of the seeds. Disease such as the fusarium wilt and then powdery midriff can also impact the health and the viability of the watermelon plant and the quality of the seeds. To minimize the impact of pests and diseases, it is important to use proper pest and disease control measures, such as using pesticides and crop rotation, and to select varieties that are resistant to those problems. Factors that can affect seed quality. There are a number of factors that can affect the quality of watermelon seeds. These include genetics, environmental conditions, and management practice. Genetics can play a role in the quality of the seed, as the seed produced from plants with certain traits may be higher quality than those produced from plants with other traits. Environmental conditions such as temperature, moisture, and soil quality can also impact seed quality. Finally, management practice such as proper fertilization and pest control can affect the quality of the seeds. Environmental and sustainability considerations. Watermelon seed production can have an impact on the environment, and it is important to consider sustainability when producing these seeds. These include using suitable farming practice such as reducing the use of pesticides and fertilizers and conserving water to minimize the environmental impact of seed production. It is also important to consider the impact of the seed production on the local ecosystem and to take steps to protect and preserve the natural resources. Climate change is real. In conclusion, watermelon seed production is a complex process that involves several steps, including planning and preparation, pollination and fertilization, and harvesting and processing. Proper planning and management are essential to producing high-quality watermelon seed. Pest and disease, as well as environmental and sustainability consideration, are also important challenges and consideration in watermelon seed production. The production of high-quality watermelon seed is important for the success of watermelon crop and the overall agricultural industry. In the future, there may be potential development in watermelon seed production, such as the use of new technologies and techniques to improve seed quality and sustainability. By understanding the various steps involved in watermelon seed production, we can better appreciate the importance of these seeds. This brings us to the end of today's lesson, Watermelon Seed Production, Part 2. What have you learned? Any questions? Drop your questions at the comment section. And thank you very much for watching. See you in my next video. It's all about Agri, the premier Agri Hub.